1, 2, 3, ikimashou everyone! The Love Cup is here everyone, and I am so excited because this meta is so limited that it makes for a lot of consistent gameplay, but also a lot of really unique Pokemon. As you guys see, I have Alomomola, which is never going to see play outside of this cup, most likely. Of course, who knows, maybe they'll have some new cups in the future. Now let's go ahead and hop into this team right here. So Alomomola is running Waterfall with Hydro Pump plus Psychic as its charge moves. You got Wigglytuff with Charm and Play Rough with Ice Beam as the charge moves, and Slowbro with Confusion and Psychic and Ice Beam as its charge move. Now a lot of these charge moves actually look very similar, right? It seems like I don't have too much coverage, but remember guys, the meta is very constrained. There isn't too much going on, and the whole point of this team is to actually just have very hard-hitting fast moves with some moves that you can kind of get to sort of fast, not too fast, but you can kind of get to some moves fast, and that should put a lot of pressure on your opponents. And usually this team, as you guys will see, wins with either the opponent having one shield or even two shields up. Now before we go into these battles, please make sure you guys are part of the Musa squad by subscribing to this channel, and also leave a like on this video and go check out my other battle videos. Comments are also huge, so please let me know what you guys think about the Love Cup. Now let's go ahead and hop into this first battle here, going against an Electrode. So this is obviously not great versus this team. I got two water types, but as you guys will see, this team does absolutely amazing because of these fast moves. They're just hitting so hard. They bring in a Clefable, but Clefable actually loses very hard to Wigglytuff. I don't even have to use any charged moves to beat it there, and I do have a Play Rough ready to go. Now they bring in a Licky. Shout out to this trainer for having such a cool shiny. But anyway, they go ahead and block this Play Rough, of course, and I know I'm going to get farmed down, but at least I get them to almost half HP, so things are looking good here. And now here I have to call them on their bait. Are they going to do the Body Slam, or are they going for the Power Whip? And they do end up going for the Body Slam, so things are looking really good here for me. And now I'm just going to have to deal with one of the most annoying things about the game, right, which is that Body Slam spam. But they do go ahead and switch into Electrode, and this is kind of what I was hoping for, because I have two shields up, and the confusions from Slowbro are really going to add up here, as you guys will see. Yeah, this confusion damage is so good. Unfortunately, I will have to use two shields here, but that is the kind of price that you pay with this kind of team, right? Double water types are going to have a hard time versus an Electrode team. Now, I do end up throwing some energy eventually because I wanted to at least get one Ice Beam off before they can get any of their energy off. And they eventually do get it off. I guess they got really scared about the confusion coming in and finishing them off. So things are looking excellent here because they don't have enough energy now. And just one Waterfall actually takes them out. And now here, all I gotta do is get to the Psychic, and this will definitely seal the deal for me here. So we go ahead and start off the Love Cup with a win, and things are looking great with this team that I kind of just threw together right at the last minute here. Now let's go ahead and go into this next battle of this first set, and it's versus the Crustle, so they make the immediate switch, and I go ahead and stay in a little bit longer because since it's a new team, I wasn't 100% sure what to do, but I do decide to actually go into the Wigglytuff eventually. And of course, it's no surprise to any of you guys that charm damage is absolutely insane. I do go ahead and shield this because I want to keep the Wigglytuff nice and healthy for whatever is in the back. And I do have an Ice Beam ready to go. Now they go ahead and bring in a Scolipede, right? So I do go for the Ice Beam. This would do super effective damage, so they must shield here. Yes, so they definitely drop a shield, and now unfortunately they're going to take me out pretty fast because they do have Poison Jab. Now I do bring in Slowbro because the confusion damage is going to be super effective versus a poison typing. Sludge Bomb hits pretty hard here, but I'm still in a good position. Now they do make a switch into their Crustle, which allows me to lock them in versus my Alomomola. So of course this is going to be hitting them super hard. I do get that last shield out of them, which is crucial to finishing this match. They probably thought it was a Hydro Pump, but I wasn't quite there just yet, right? A lot of people are still getting used to this meta. Now this is a bit unfortunate. I was hoping to farm down, but they do manage to get to an X Scissor. I guess that charges very quickly, and things are still fine here because the Slowbro damage is just too much, and he has more than enough to get to an Ice Beam, and they have no shields. So we go ahead and seal the deal for this second game, and we are 2-0 so far at the very start of the Love Cup, so things are looking great. Now, this next opponent certainly was very interesting because we had the Alomomola mirror matchup, and here I'm thinking, well, my Alomomola has a very high rank, so I think I can definitely get the CMP type, but I realize now that if you're very high ranked, that means your attack is very, very, very low. So they do beat me at the CMP. Luckily, I don't lose any defense there because that would have really sucked. And now we're staying in here. Now I know exactly how much they need, right, to get to that Psychic. So as soon as we get to it, I switch into the Slowbro because the Psychic will basically do nothing, right? Like, that is absolutely no damage here. Now they do go ahead and make that switch into the Electrode, and things are a little bit hairy here because Electrode is super effective versus 2 of my Pokemon, but Psychic is going to hit hard, so I do decide to invest some shields into this matchup here so that I can either force shields from them or just get their Electrode out of here, right? So I do get the first shield, and I won't be able to get to anything else, but they end up fluffing a bit there and throwing their energy. So now I am really coasting through this. I go ahead and bring in the Wigglytuff because the charm damage is brutal and they are not able to get into any charge moves. Now they do bring in a Sizzle, right? This is a bit scary here, and it kind of forces me into shielding because Night Slash does do a lot of damage. They go back into their Alomomola, and now I go for the Psychic, and I almost have 2 Psychics ready to go. So if they don't shield this, I'm still ready to go with another Psychic for when the Scizor comes in, but I actually farm up to the Hydro Pump, right, because they had just used their energy. So they have to shield this or this will definitely finish them off. And they use the energy, so I actually beat them in the CMP tie there. That was huge because that's kind of what I need to win this one because he is super effective versus my Wigglytuff. And they go for the Night Slash, and now here I'm getting a little bit nervous, but it's actually just an X-Scissor, so things are looking great, and I end up winning this match here. This one was a little bit more challenging than the others. Now let's go into this next battle. So our opponent will go ahead and bring out the Medicham. This is the #1 ranked Pokemon, if it's an XL Medicham, which I actually don't think it is, right? 1445 CP, it might actually not be an XL. Now Psychic is going to be doing great versus him because of the fighting typing. And unfortunately, I lose the CMP tie there. I was trying to overfarm a little bit just to get them guessing on when my moves were coming out. And I do get the defense drop, so I'm going to go ahead and switch immediately into the Wigglytuff, which also does great versus him. But then they bring in the Charizard, right? So Charizard definitely wins this matchup. I am able to get a lot of chip damage in here, which is good. And I will not be investing any shields because I do have 2 water types in the back to deal with this and also to deal with the Medicham, right? So things are not looking terrible here. Now this is definitely going to be another Blast Burn, but again, it's a water type, so even though Blast Burn hits hard, I'm not shielding this, and I go ahead and finish them off and get some little bit of extra energy in there. They bring the Medicham back in, and I'm rushing to get to that Psychic, and I managed to get to it just in time. It does suck because they have such low HP, but they would have taken me out with any of their moves, and I go ahead and make the switch into the Slowbro versus the Clefable. And I think this goes well for me, but it is a little bit scary, right? Because we're both at 1 shield, and yeah, things are just a little bit close to the wire here. I go ahead and keep going with the confusion damage, but I do have that shield, and I'm hoping the Alomomola can finish off, but it does not, right? So this is the first loss of the Love Cup for us. It's the only loss so far of the Love Cup for us. We are 4-1 right now, saving the rest of the sets for the stream later tonight. Now, we go ahead and switch immediately, of course, because the Electrode is terrible to deal with. And they have a Slowking, which is so cool. I love this Pokemon, but I ultimately wanted to go with the Sunglasses Slowbro, which is why you guys see me running the Slowbro and not the Slowking. Now here, I think they get a little bit of lag, but because the game is so inconsistent, I don't want to risk stopping my attack. Because sometimes it looks like your opponent is lagging, but they're actually still hitting you. It's just not registering. So it's unfortunate for my opponent there, but I also think it wouldn't have changed much in this matchup. We go ahead and take out 2 of their Pokemon now, and now it's my 2 water types versus the Electrode, and he does have 2 shields here. And I only have 1, right? So I got to do as much damage as I can with this Slowbro's Psychic, hoping to finish off. But they have a lot of energy left over from the initial farming. So they do take out here, and I am so nervous, guys. This is such a scary moment here for me, especially when they get to the discharge. But like I told you guys earlier, Alomomola is a tanky Pokemon. It tanks that discharge like a boss and goes ahead and finishes off with the waterfalls. Now guys, thank you so much for watching to the end. Like I told you guys before, don't forget to join the Musa squad by subscribing to this channel. Please leave a like and let me know what you guys think about these battles. What team are you guys running in the Love Cup? And let's see if we can keep that run that we had in the Ultra League going. We managed to get to Veteran, and now we're looking to get to that Expert rank. I think with a few days of positive sets, I will definitely get there. This 4-1 made me really excited to see if I can get to the Expert rank. And once we reach Expert, of course, Legend will be in our sights for right before the end of Season 6. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching to the end. I will catch you guys on the next one, okay? Sayonara!